Welcome to River Tales. River Tales is a 30-minute program that will introduce you to fascinating people, take you to interesting places, and enlighten you on important events that happen in our region. River Tales is sponsored by Southeast Missouri Hospital.
It just isn't right. Something has to be done. Talk to someone in accounting, get it figured out.
I'll get right on it.
Your 930's here?
Oh, great, send them in. Hiya, Mitchell, right? Nice to meet you.
There's a better way to deal with your back problems. Visit SoutheastMissouriHospital.com and learn how our minimally invasive surgical options can make back pain go away for good. Southeast Missouri Hospital, a healthier look at healthcare.
I will teach a child.
I will be an entrepreneur.
I will help troubled children.
I will grow the world's food.
I will prepare our future for their future.
I will do great things.
Because of Southeast Missouri State University regional campuses.
Experience Southeast, experience success.
You will.
Visit www.semo.edu.
On this edition of River Tales, student Santas are spreading some seasonal cheer. A passionate mastery of winemaking has a new home in the Barrens. The bells of academic on the SEMO campus have been ringing for more than 40 years. We give you a look behind the scenes on how this really works. And we visit Safe Harbor, an animal shelter located in Jackson. Stay tuned to River Tales.
Southeast Missouri Hospital opened the area's first heart hospital, and we were the first in Southeast Missouri with an accredited chest pain center.
That means we'll be able to take our second honeymoon.
Southeast is the only hospital in the region to be named a Blue Distinction Center for Cardiac Care by Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
That means I was there to see my son graduate from college.
We achieved the Health Grade's Patient Safety Excellence Award.
That means I'm still my daughter's favorite coach.
Why do the people of Southeast Missouri Hospital work so hard to be leaders in treating chest pain? Because of what it means to the people who come from outside our hospital.
Know the early warning signs of a heart attack and understand your risks for heart disease. Visit Southeast Missouri Hospital on the web or call our health line. See what makes us the region's most trusted source for heart care.
Southeast Missouri State Professor Jennifer Ikaza-Gass created a student organization to share the seasonal joy of giving. Student Santas is a vibrant group of volunteers that collects and distributes toys to area children.
Christmas is both a sacred religious holiday and a worldwide cultural and commercial phenomenon. For years, people around the world have been observing it with traditions and practices that are both religious and secular in nature. Popular customs include decorating Christmas trees, attending church, sharing meals with family and friends, and exchanging gifts. While Christmas may still be a very traditional holiday, it also has become one of the most commercialized. Many of us get wrapped up in the hectic shopping season. We can often forget about how fortunate we may be. Amidst the holiday shopping frenzy, a college professor and her students are working to make sure children in need have a gift under the Christmas tree. Our very own Megan Renner sat down with Jennifer Ikaza-Gass, as well as one of her students and a board member for Student Santas.
Jennifer, why did you start Student Santas? Well, about 5 years ago, I walked into my living room on Christmas morning and I watched my two young boys tear into their Christmas presents. And at a time when a mom should be nothing but happy, I was completely devastated. I knew at that very moment that a little boy and little girl was walking into their very own living room and finding nothing. My students are always asking, how can we get bonus points? So I thought that this was a great opportunity for them, as well as to do something for the community. So I told my students that they could get a maximum of 20 bonus points if they just brought me in 4 toys. And what I found was amazing. I had students that were bringing in 10, 20, 30. I even had a student bring in over 40 toys.
Student Santas is part of the Cape Girardeau community, dedicated to helping families in need. Their target market is underprivileged children. Their primary service includes giving toys to needy children and building personal relationships with families to meet as many of their needs as they can.
Why did you decide to join Student Santas?
Well, from a personal perspective, I was one of those children growing up, and there was a lot of rough Christmases where there just wasn't enough to go around. It really changed my perspective to be able to see how you can give back to the community and to be able to give the gift that I didn't always receive. So it's about a lot more than the monetary gift giving. It's about giving hope.
The mission of Student Santas is to lighten the financial burden of families with children within the Cape Girardeau area who can't afford to purchase gifts for their children this Christmas. They accomplished this mission by soliciting the student body of Southeast Missouri State University to help collect, wrap, and distribute toys. They differ from their competition in the fact that they are dedicated to building personal relationships between students and the local community.
Well, we get, like I said, we get thousands of letters every year from people from across the state of Missouri and in surrounding states. And every year we store the toys in different locations. And after we get a letter, we have a big group of us and we just start going through the toys. And we try very hard to get some of the toys that are on the child's wish list. And we start wrapping or we start stuffing bags, and then we designate, certain students to go to this area, certain students to go to this area, and we personally deliver all of the toys if we can.
Ikazagas reflected on fundraising efforts that Student Santas have been a part of this year, which included their second annual 5K walk run.
We had over 300 registration forms turned in for the race. It was a huge success. We raised a lot of money. All of it goes towards Student Santas, towards buying toys, buying clothes, buying food for all of the families that are in need. And it was just a tremendous success. I was so happy that it was over with because it was a huge undertaking, but it was well worth it. It was wonderful. Beautiful day, great turnout, and it was just a lot of positive energy out there.
Along with the success of the Student Santa walk run, they also had great success in selling tickets for the St. Louis Cardinals.
So we did sell 500 Cardinal tickets. We were able to have a ceremony at Busch Stadium. We got to get out there on the field. My son got to throw the honorary first pitch. It was really neat. So all of the proceeds also went to Student Santas. One day I'd like to have international Student Santas where we're actually going to different third world countries and doing the same thing for children over there, for families there.
If you want to help make a donation or nominate a family in need, contact Student Santas. P.O. Box 641, Cape Girardeau, Missouri 63702.
I will be a star.
I will be an entrepreneur.
I will build your home.
I will teach a child.
I will grow the world's food.
I will help those in need.
I will protect you from danger.
I will save lives.
I will.
I will.
I will because of Southeast.
Because of Southeast Missouri State University.
Roy, is that smoke?
Oh, that? It's just a little fire. No biggie.
Aren't you going to do something?
Nah, I'm going to wait a bit, see what happens.
Roy, your house is on fire. Dial 911.
I don't want to bother anyone. It'll just cause a big commotion.
I have to get some help.
Ignoring chest pains is just as ridiculous. It could be a heart attack.
Hey, Jim.
Learn more at southeastmissourihospital.com.
The Barrens is a new entry to the local wine producers. This small family operation has a carefully crafted tasting room in a unique and inviting setting in Perry County.
Well, it was kind of a family group thing. We kind of experimented with growing grapes. I've farmed all my life and decided to retire and kind of wanted something to do in retirement. And
we had helped some friends with their vineyard. He kind of got hooked. Okay, he said, I can do that. So he asked for 2 starts, and he got the starts, and he found he could grow the grapes. Well, then we decided, we had talked to the children, and they said, yeah, let's do it.
well, why not, you know? So we got into planting a couple acres over at my house first, and took it from there, and it's really family oriented.
and everything we do is about our families and everything else. We all work together, and 2 acres become 4, and 4 became 8, and then we planted a couple more here just a few years ago.
And in 2008, we had 6 extra ton of grapes that we couldn't sell. So talked to the kids and said, what do you want to do with this? Well, if we make wine, we got to build a winery. Well, we didn't throw the grapes away.
Well, our ancestors, when the Spanish owned this territory, before it was ever United States, immigrated into this area from Barrens County, Kentucky. They had moved there from South Carolina and was tenants on large holdings down there, and for some reason or another they got evicted from their land, the way I understand, and they emigrated to this area. So the name from Kentucky kind of got carried over into this area here with the 6 original families. So we kind of thought that when we named the business here that it would be kind of nice to relate some historical facts with it. So that's kind of why we come up with the name the Barrens.
We're on a main highway where we don't have to drive to crooked, curvy roads to get to it or find it. We should be easy to find. We're a couple miles out of town.
We kind of pride ourselves in greeting people and kind of putting a personal touch on visitors when they're here. So at any one time when you come here, unless it's very unusual, one of the family members will be here to answer questions or whatever. People do seem to appreciate the personal touch to it.
Well, we wanted to make it comfortable, and everybody says we're a very comfortable place to go to.
Most of the wineries and small wineries around in this community, seating inside is very limited, if any. And even some of the larger wineries, it's just the indoor seating is none. And it's kind of a seasonal deal. And we wanted to take this to where it wasn't just a seasonal deal. Take it to where people come here year round, enjoy themselves and have fun. And hopefully that we've accomplished that.
We have a full kitchen.
We have sandwiches that we offer. We have specials daily. We also have desserts that I make from scratch, and we have appetizers and salads. You know, we're going to try and expand a little bit more too.
We have 2 balconies that we do rent out, are reservable. One will hold around 25 people, the other side will hold around 30. They do come in and have bridal showers, meetings, just different things, you know, for that size.
Even seed companies come in here to sell their products or whatever, so it's, yeah, if anybody wants to get a hold of us, we're willing to try anything once.
We have a ball here, and we enjoy it so much, and we enjoy meeting all the people. We just love the people when they come.
The community support has been awesome, and we really appreciate all the business.
At Southeast Missouri Hospital, we perform thousands of life-improving joint replacements.
That means my knee is up and running again.
We use MRI technology to custom fit joint replacements that match your individual body dynamics.
That means when I'm working out here, the only thing I feel is peaceful.
At Southeast Missouri Hospital, we employ state-of-the-art surgical techniques.
That means I was back on the job sooner. Not sure how my crew feels about that.
Why do the people of Southeast Missouri Hospital work so hard to be leaders in orthopedics? Because of what it means to the people who come from outside our hospital.
Patients scored Southeast in the 98th percentile nationally for quality of orthopedic care.
That means I'll be dancing with my daughter at her wedding.
Visit Southeast Missouri Hospital on the web or call our health line. See what makes us the region's most trusted source for orthopedic care.
At Southeast Missouri State University's River Campus this season, you'll find passion,
friendship, tradition, swinging, classics, innovation, wit, laughs, and heart. All that's missing is you.
Call 573-651-2265 to order your tickets today.
Academic Hall on the campus of Southeast Missouri State is home to the Carillon Bells, a timeless treasure that rings out the time and melodic tunes for the greater Cape Girardeau community.
If you've ever walked across Southeast Missouri State University's campus, chances are you've heard the melodic chiming coming from Academic Hall in the center of campus. The source of the music is the Carillon Bells, which have been keeping students, faculty, and staff on time for classes and meetings for the past 48 years. Julie Gruneberg, Assistant Registrar for Graduation at Southeast, provides us with the history of the Southeast Carillon Bells.
You know, if you had to pick one thing out of all of the history of the university, one thing that said to people, this is Southeast Missouri State, it's the dome and the Carillon.
Despite rumors of the bells being donated by a church, it was actually Fred Nader, co-founder of the Southeast Missourian newspaper, who donated the Carillon Bells to Southeast in 1962. The university graciously accepted his donation.
Mr. Fred Nader had heard Carillon bells throughout the United States. He was particularly interested in the bells of a church that he heard in Miami. So February of 1962, he contacted Schulmerich Carillons out of Pennsylvania, who was the supplier of the Carillon for the church in Miami, and inquired about what it would cost, what it would take to get a Carillon at the State College here in Cape Girardeau, because that's what we were at the time. He learned that it would be a little over $12,000, and he approached the university president at that time, Dr. Mark Scully, and they worked out an agreement whereby Mr. Nader would donate the entire amount to purchase a Carillon and 4 scrolls.
As time went on, Southeast purchased more scrolls, and the bells became a trademark on campus. But one would be shocked by the simplicity of the mechanism that creates such harmonic sounds.
The Carillon itself would completely surprise anyone who wasn't familiar with it. You know, you hear the bells and you expect some huge, monstrous, you know, grand piano, but in fact, it's a metal cabinet that's not much larger than a file cabinet. It has a door that opens, and that's where the player piano type scroll is installed, and it, you know, change it whenever you need to. At the top of it, there's a clock face, and around the face of that clock, there are little slots, and there are 2 kinds of metal keys that can be placed into those slots. One causes the Westminster chimes to play on the quarter hour, and one causes music to play. If you stand right next to the Carillon itself where the music is playing, you will strain to hear that music. It's those amplifiers that make it sound so loud. From the research I've done in the archives, those amplifiers cause the sound from that little metal box to be amplified over 10,000 times, and that's why you hear it so loud across campus. Our Carillon has 50 different bells, 25 of them are harp tuned. There's a little tiny metal tooth that's about half the size of a toothpick, and that is what is actually creating the sound.
Unfortunately, this type of Carillon is a dying art. Southeast is one of the few institutions in the United States that still has a scroll-playing Carillon, thanks to the campus's facilities management. They, along with the help of Julie Gruneberg for the past few years, have been responsible for the care and upkeep of the fragile bells since their installation.
Schulmerich no longer provides the scrolls for a machine that's this old, and I don't think they've made those kinds of carillons in quite a number of years. So whatever's left, I would say we're much in the minority as compared to other schools.
Julie explains just how delicate the instrument can be.
With any paper, keeping it dust-free is very important, and each scroll comes in its own box, so all the dust and dirt is kept out that way. Occasionally, as they're moving through the moving parts of the carillon, they can be popped. That is, the paper just separates, and then the scroll can no longer be used. So at last count, I think we had about 7 or 8 scrolls that were still usable.
While the bells chime every 15 minutes, the music plays only 3 times a day.
Music plays 3 times a day, at 7:55 a.m., at 11:55 a.m., and at 3:55 p.m. So whatever song is next on the scroll, that's what plays.
The carillon bells certainly run deep in the tradition of Southeast Missouri State University, but it is significant to the Cape Girardeau community as well.
I think that for the most part, the community enjoys it every bit as much as anyone on the campus does. They live by the sound of the Westminster chimes. I honestly think that even with the occasional aggravation from it, that most of the people in the area would be lost without the carillon.
It's obvious that the bells serve as more than just a clock for Southeast and the surrounding community.
I think it's a tradition that is just incredible. And unfortunately, it is a tradition that will someday be gone, because eventually we won't have any scrolls left and we won't have a carillon anymore.
It will be a quiet day on the Southeast Missouri State University campus after the carillon plays its last song.
Can you feel it? The drive, the endurance, the competition, the heart, the energy. There are more than 300 student athletes at Southeast Missouri State University working hard, achieving excellence in academics and athletics. Your support to the Southeast Booster Club provides scholarships, opportunities to pursue their dreams. Visit GoSoutheast.com or call 866-SEMO-TIK for more information.
If you have diabetes, join the movement to stop diabetes as a Red Strider at the American Diabetes Association's Step Out, Walk to Fight Diabetes. Sign up today at diabetes.org/redstrider.
At Southeast Missouri Hospital, we deliver nearly twice as many babies as any place else in Cape.
That means Maggie was born without a care in the world.
We were the first in the area to establish a neonatal intensive care unit.
That means Nick and his dad are already having their man-to-man talks.
We're the region's first and only hospital to achieve national magnet recognition for excellence in nursing.
That means Patrick and Peggy are used to the royal treatment.
Why do the people of Southeast Missouri Hospital work so hard to be leaders in childbirth? Because of what it means to the people who come from outside our hospital.
In 2009, we achieved our second Health Grades Outstanding Patient Experience Award and ranked in the top 10% nationally.
That means Carly and her mom are feeling very comfortable in the world.
Visit Southeast Missouri Hospital on the web or call our health line. See what makes us the region's most trusted source for childbirth care.
Safe Harbor is a private no-kill animal shelter. With private donations, this safe haven is providing a home for all types of furry friends.
Safe Harbor Animal Sanctuary is a no-kill facility located off Route W in Jackson, Missouri. Alice Weibert, the director, has built the facility out of her own personal love for animals.
Safe Harbor opened 5 years ago on July 25th, 2005, when we brought in our first cat. At the present time, we have approximately 225 cats and kittens and 12 dogs and puppies, and this is one of them. This is one of our mean pit bulls.
Safe Harbor's goal is to provide a safe refuge and find loving homes for dogs and cats in the Cape Girardeau County and neighboring areas.
We do take in our animals. We have them tested for heartworms if they're a dog, leukemia and FIV if they're a cat, and we give their shots. We get them spayed or neutered, and we do adopt out for a fee.
Since opening, the expansion of Safe Harbor has been a gradual process. Today, Ms. Weiber's passion for animals allows her to keep a very busy schedule.
Every day we come in, we scoop litter boxes, sweep the floors, feed, water, walk the dogs, take them up to the exercise pen, clean their pens, feed and water them, do a lot of loving. We have 3 buildings. This building is special care, and a mother cat and her kittens would be in here. We have some cats that aren't real social, they're kind of scared, or they're older, and they are in this building.
The bulk of Safe Harbor's adoptable cats are in the main building. On the opposite end is the Omega House, which was their first building. It now houses the FIV or leukemia positive cats.
Last year we took in 350 and adopted out 183. This year our 100th adoption was in May, and that was pretty significant with the economy and everything.
Welcome to River Tales. River Tales is a 30-minute program that will introduce you to fascinating people, take you to interesting places, and enlighten you on important events that happen in our region. River Tales is sponsored by...
On this edition of River Tales, we'll go behind the scenes of the 2nd annual Fault Line Film Festival, hosted by Southeast Missouri State University. The Fault Line Film Festival highlights student-produced short films and attracts students from every academic discipline. On this show, we'll meet the organizers, some student filmmakers, and a few of the crew members that participated in the competition. We'll even show you a few of the award-winning films from last year, so stay tuned to River Tales.
The new Southeast Cancer Center. On the outside, a marvel of design and engineering. On the inside, a facility offering highly advanced levels of technology and treatment. But what really makes this cancer center different is what you can't see. A new way of thinking that says you are more than a patient with cancer. You are a person with hopes and dreams. This is your cancer center.
I'm a father of 3. 2 boys, 1 little girl. Taking care of them is my top priority. I'm a father, and cancer doesn't change that.
At the Southeast Cancer Center, we know that your life doesn't stop because of cancer. You are a person with a life to live. Ask your doctor about the difference at the Southeast Cancer Center.
I'm involved with the 2nd annual Fault Line Film Festival. This festival is a competition for all Southeast Missouri students. They get together and they make short films for this competition. The teams will get actors from the theater department, they'll shoot the films, they'll edit the films themselves, and then finally we'll have a judging committee to get together and choose the award-winning films for this year's competition. Tonight we're at the kickoff event for the Fault Line Film Festival. What you hear in the background is actor auditions getting ready to start for the competition. This year the competition has 4 categories: drama, comedy, mystery suspense, and animation. We didn't have an animation category last year, so we're excited to see what kind of turnout we get with this event. For this year's competition, we've added a statewide competition. We're trying to get some students from across the state to enter their work. What we're trying to do is really grow this competition. We want to take it slowly, of course, but we'd like to see more students from across the state enter, and then maybe eventually we turn this into a national student competition. The festival last year got a really good buzz. Students had a great experience with it, and that's carried over to this year. We have students who are very excited about this competition, and we have students from all across campus, not just mass media, not just theater students. We've had a lot of people ask about it, and we're going to have really good involvement with this year's competition. There's cash awards, of course, for this competition, but more importantly, the students get the experience of working on an actual film project. They get the chance to create their own films, from script to shooting to editing. It's a great experience, and plus, I think one of the benefits is seeing their work shown in front of an audience. It's hard to put a price on that kind of exposure for their work.
Well, for us in the Department of Theater and Dance, it fills a real void that was in our program. All of our students who are here tonight, to a person, they want to be actors, and and so in our particular program, they are training to do just that. But the training in our program is to be an actor. It doesn't mean a stage actor. Now, what we do is focus in the theater in our training, but these students want to be actors of stage, film, television, any sort of medium that will allow them to utilize their craft. And so one of the biggest things a few years ago that our students were lamenting about was that they didn't have enough film and television opportunities. And so when this idea came along, it was really, we didn't give it any thought at all, because it's like, well, it's the perfect marriage because of the needs of our students and this film festival. What it means for them is an opportunity to work in a different medium than they normally work with live theater. So it fills that need for us. The students get very, very excited about this, and I can tell you the students that I've been working with, as far as the ones who are going to be auditioning tonight, there's no question about it. They're ready, and they're ready to come in, and they've got their audition material, and they will give it 100% when if cast in one of these pieces. So they are excited about this. And I also know, just having talked to the various students, and then even our own students who are meaning in theater and dance, who are doing production teams, they are so excited about this. So I don't know, I think it speaks for itself, and you hear it just from the buzz and that's around us. And then last year, when we had the showings for the films, it was incredible. We had hundreds of people that watched the showings of these things, and there was a great excitement about it. And this year, it's even bigger than last year, and so it's a tremendous thing. I think there's a lot of buzz on this. So this isn't like so many of the other film festivals in which the applications, the submissions come from all walks of life. These are all students, and so I think you're going to find this is ultimately that this is the next generation of people who are going to be filmmakers, and so that's a very exciting thing.
Really cool because we got to go through, I know we're all juniors and we don't really have that much experience, and doing this film festival was really cool because we actually got a lot of the experience I think that we needed, because it's better for us to work with the cameras more and to work with the editing system more, even though it's going to take us forever. But it was cool to actually go and have an audition for the people in the acting department, because they're so good. And
it was nice too because we could write a character, and our character might not be that developed, but we could give them that role, and then our actors would fill that in. And like the things that we weren't sure about, they're like, well, and they would make suggestions, and it was really nice that they could do that too.
I've done lots of videos with the friends and everything, and they've helped a lot, but we've never actually entered a legit film festival before. So it's kind of weird. This is my first film festival, as well as SEMO's first film festival, and I've never worked with actual big lenses or good depth of field or anything like that. It's just always kind of been crappy, and we tried to make the best of it back home. So this is a new experience for all of us. We got the same old people here: Rob, Spike, Paul, everybody else helping out and stuff, and so it's just a unique experience. I'm glad I'm experiencing it right now. What we're doing here is that my idea was I've always wanted to kind of reshoot or recontextualize the famous ending from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where Tuco's running around in a graveyard looking for a bunch of gold right before the big duel between Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood. So instead, this is kind of, like I said, modern recontextualization of that. So we have Rob running around the graveyard. He's got a map. It says marker 23, and he's looking for grave 23, and we don't know what's in it, and neither does he. And eventually he finds it, and it's open interpretation is the ending of the movie. There's actually some actual film techniques being borrowed to make this. It's not as simple. A lot of spinning around, as you'll see in the last part, where you have the camera sitting still, and it'll run around. In the original movie, he built the graveyard so that it kind of rose up and that there was a valley. So that way he can have Eli Wallach run around and everything blurred better. It's just level. In this case, we've got very uneven everything, so that makes it a lot harder. But either way, it's pretty fun.
When we set out to create the Southeast Cancer Center, we made it our mission to build it on hope. And to center it around not only treating your cancer, but also celebrating your life. Cancer is a journey, and should you ever take that journey, we'll be here with you every step of the way. This is your cancer center.
I am a sister. Actually, I'm the oldest of 5. And my house is where everyone gathers. Taking care of things, well, that's just what I do. I'm a sister, and cancer doesn't change that.
At the Southeast Cancer Center, we know that your life doesn't stop because of cancer. You are a person who touches other lives every day. Ask your doctor about the difference at the Southeast Cancer Center.
Excuse me. Hi, yeah, I have to have that book for my literature class tomorrow, and I was wondering if you planned on checking it out, because that's the last copy.
Depends on how much I like it.
Don't you know what it's about?
Nope.
So you picked that book out of all the hundreds of books in this library, just by random.
Yep. Funny, isn't it? Not in a humorous sense, but in a weird twist of fate kind of way.
I guess.
Where are you from?
Chicago.
Does it get cold up there?
Yeah, but I'm used to it.
I've always wanted to go there.
Why don't you?
Just because I want to doesn't mean I can.
So, why'd you pick this book?
It spoke to me. I know it sounds off, but I like to just wander the aisles and just wait. Every book here has a voice. Which one speaks to you?
I've never listened.
Most people don't. You should. I think you'd be surprised at what you'd hear.
I guess you're right.
Here. I hope you listen well.
Goes out, 10:30, sir. Matthew, you never miss a week, do you?
No, man, I don't.
Usual?
Yep. Oh, hey, shit. I got a paper and test this week. Can I get some Adderall too? I forgot.
Shit, son, you might want to take some of this with the weed. Might help improve your memory.
Sorry, Xander. I forgot some of my friends are coming.
Yeah, just don't mention this number.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Put the gun down, Julius. No, all right. Nobody's going anywhere else. I forgot what the hell is going on. John.
I will be a star.
I will be an entrepreneur.
I will build your home.
I will teach a child. I will grow the world's food.
I will help those in need.
I will protect you from danger.
I will save lives.
I will.
I will.
I
will.
I will because of Southeast.
Because of Southeast Missouri State University.
Oh my God. My name is Alex Clear. I'm a BFA in acting directing, and I was recently in a film called We've Got a Problem. It was in the Faultline Film Festival. The general plot is you have three friends living in a house, and they all work for DPS. They write tickets for cars that are, parked in wrong places and whatnot. They're students that write these tickets. And one day, a mob of all these students that have gotten tickets comes and lays siege to their house, and it's basically what they do in response to that. Some friends of mine, they're film students, and we were up late one night and we just started brainstorming ideas for films, and that one struck us as hilarious, and the next morning it was still funny, so we decided to actually make it into a movie. It was a lot of fun working on the film because everyone involved was a friend. Like, I'd known them for X amount of time, and like we all had a really good connection, so everyone was always laughing and stuff.
Good?
The chemistry of the other actors was great. Like I said, we've all been friends for a while, Preston and me especially. The other actor, Lance, I had just met him, but he was really easy to get along with, so everything worked out great. It was very easy to make everyone believe that we were friends. So, let's see, favorite scene that I was in. I rather like the bit where they throw the knife and then they shoot the arrow into the wall. I thought that was hilarious.
For what? For this.
What is that?
So what'd you think about the sound effects,
Oh, they were amazing. I thought they had been pulled from some like professional database, and then I found out later that my friend Sam Pixley had just made them on the spot.
You want justice for this? For a single part?
Oh. Well, like shooting on it, I had it in my head one way, and I thought it would be amazing. And then when I actually saw the finished product, it was even better than I could have ever hoped for. So, well, winning the award was nice. I mean, I had just done it because it was fun. You know, it's something to do, hang out with friends, and have a good time. But then to see that someone else appreciated the film, it was a really big thrill. And then to see it up on a big screen was amazing. It's always fun to see something that you've done, you know, for other people to enjoy.
For what? For this.
What is that?
What is that? It's a parking ticket.
You want justice for this? For a single part?
Oh.
This doesn't look good.
You don't know the half of it. What? What is it? Take another look out there at the one with the mouth. That's Jeremy Peppercorn. He's been fined weekly since last semester. And that's just for me.
I knew I shouldn't have taken this job. But you guys know it's so easy to be a parking official. You just give out tickets.
Get your head in the game, kid. This isn't the game.
But you just said it was.
What's going on?
What do we do about her?
Maybe one day you'll be able to ride a horse. Like me, I'm kind of afraid. There's that, there's the barn.
Hi, what's up? I'm Frank. Frank Live. People call me Frank Live because I stream live usually, and see, I was born in a small town, as some of you may know, and I noticed there was a lot of students here who have cars, and they complain. They drive everywhere, but they complain about stuff, or they complain about everything. So for example, I saw this girl. She was coming out of my algebra class, and she was like, oh, darn it, I got a B on my test. And I was like, oh, hey, I got a D, and now I have to walk home. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna pass that class. Okay.
Each month, we will take this journey where there are many places to go. There are many interesting people to meet, and so many new things to see. Join us again on River Tales.